Yo, what's going on, guys? So today I got an email from a female, and the subject of this email was Latina dates Asian guy, help. She says, "Hi Jamari, I've recently got into your channel, great content by the way. So I've been dating an Asian guy for 2 years, and it's great. We love all the same things, we have the same values in life and money, plus I feel like we have a great connection overall." Well, that's good for you, ma'am. It sounds like you might have found the one on this desolate planet that is 2021. She says, "I'm a Latina, more specifically Dominican and Puerto Rican." Oh, see, one of those big booty shaking Latinas. "So my family has been open to him, and they actually get along very well, which surprised me as we're from very different backgrounds." Yeah, I can see how it would be a little bit surprising. You know, I know within the Latin community, and probably pretty much, every race on this planet, there can be a little bit of racism sprinkled in there. Maybe not so much in the way that they live their everyday lives and the way they treat just everyday people, but more specifically, when it comes to who their children are going to choose as life partners and even just date throughout their lives. So the first time I met his parents a few months ago, and it was, she says in all caps, bad. His mother is the boss of the family, and whatever she says goes. Okay, so do we got like a mama's boy situation on our hands? This guy can't get off the tit. So when I visited his family in their homes, I was staying over because I live in a different state than they do, and I was just staying for a week. It was my birthday, and they threw me a birthday dinner, and it was nice and sweet, but after that, it went downhill. Oh, that sucks. You were down bad on your birthday. I bet you wish you could just kind of click your heels together and be back home with your own family. It's probably the worst thing is when you choose to go to maybe like a birthday or a holiday, maybe Thanksgiving or Christmas, maybe even New Year's, and you choose to go spend it with someone else's family, usually a significant other, and it turns out being trash or something bad happens, maybe you're beefing with your significant other, and you just wish you could just go back home and be with your family chilling. That's the freaking worst. She says his mother immediately got irritated by anything I did or the way I spoke and criticized my body for being too sexy because of my natural curves. Oh yeah, mama wasn't down with the thickness. She says I'm just more filled in areas that most Asians are not. The minute my boyfriend told me this, I was uncomfortable with eating meals with his family. The next day, we were supposed to go to the beach together, but his parents left us. Oh yeah, mama did not want to see them thangin'. Respectfully, she said I was left very confused and upset that they left us in their house with no car and no explanation besides a note on the fridge that said, "Mom and Dad need a vacation. Enjoy your freedom." I seriously can't make this shit up, and she says so it gets worse. His mom comes back a day and a half later to kick me out of the house that they invited me to. She said she would buy a plane ticket to get me to leave and saying I was not welcomed at her house. Meanwhile, his dad and my BF are quietly behind her like scared kids. Yeah, honestly, that's gotta be a tough situation for your boyfriend, especially in the Asian community. I know you're always supposed to respect your parents. So I could see how it would really kind of feel out of place and be very difficult for this guy to stand up to his own mother. Especially if even his dad is cowering in fear. This woman must, have the wrath of 1,000 snakes. She says, I told her I need to speak to my BF about this situation and how I'm gonna leave. And she said, "No, leave my son alone." I said he's a grown person, he can make his own decisions, and afterwards I got my things and his friend picked us up and I spent all of my stay at his friend's house. Yeah, I can see how y'all are gonna have some serious beef in the future. She says, now I stayed at his parents' house for 4 days until they kicked me out, and when I left his state, my BF actually came back home with me because of the insane group of people that are his parents. Afterwards, his parents, she says mostly his mom, bothered him for 4 months straight to break up with me, threatening to not talk to him anymore and not to be invited to family events like his brother's wedding. Damn, his mom means business. She's real serious about this shit. She must really not like the way your ass looked in that birthday dress. She said, "Son, I read your iMessages and I thought doggy style was just a way to cook soup. You nasty motherfucker." She says, "I know you're wondering how I am still dating him. It's because during the trip he didn't really do anything wrong. He cannot control the actions of others, and his parents are old enough to understand that they agreed to meet and host me, but they became mean and racist towards me, saying I'll never understand their culture, I'm not Asian, etc. So far, our relationship is doing really good, but Jamari, how should I go about his family in the future? Also, he is the youngest of 3 boys, so maybe this would help. Thanks. You know, I feel like with parents, it's always a really tricky situation because, like you said, at the end of the day, you can't control the parents that you get, and you can't control what other people do, and like, you know, you're not responsible for the actions of somebody else. And you never wanted to get to a situation where you're pretty much making your significant other choose between, you know, it's either me or it's your parents. Like, that's just not a good situation to be involved in. I can see how this whole crazy racist debacle could have definitely caused some tension between him and his family, and I'm sure it's actually been very hard on your boyfriend as well. I can definitely see why you're concerned with this relationship moving forward in regards to how his parents feel about you. You know, she's taken this very serious. She doesn't want to see her boy end up with you for whatever reason, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people go through this. As long as you feel like y'all got a solid relationship, if you feel like this is the person you're supposed to be with, I say that you still go for it. You know, eventually she has to come along, and this fence may take a little while to, you know, be mended, but I do think that all things are possible, especially if, you know, you guys were to get married and she sees that you're a good person who knows how to provide for the family. Or maybe, you know, especially if you provided her with a grandchild, I think you would be in there like swimwear. You'd be in there 100%. But it's really just gonna take time to fix, just like all damaged relationships. You guys had this really bad first impression, but I wouldn't give up on it, you know? And like I said, I would never put, you know, your significant other in the situation where it's like, you know, choose between me or your parent, because that's just not right. I know those Asian parents are known for being able to hold some grudges though. So my Asian viewers, I would really appreciate it if down below in the comments, you know, you could help this young lady out with her dilemma. Anyone else who's gone through problems with their significant other's parents can also feel free to leave comments. And yeah, just a crazy story. You know, I'm sorry you had to go through this bit of racism just for loving this man, but I'm glad that you were mature and could see that he couldn't choose his parents and he can't control their actions. So I'm glad you didn't take it out on him, because it's probably already been kind of a hard enough thing with all of this drama going on between the two parties. But let me know what you guys thought about this story down below in the comments. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday and are safe. As always, it's been your boy the Tan Superman. It's been your boy Jamari, and I'm signing off until next week, which is tomorrow. Peace.